Be myself, and I know that I will never disappoint myself. 1,000 times. All the ladies, if you feel me, have to take it out.
Excuse me for looking a bit bland. It's exam season at my university, so I just can't be bothered with anything. So this is what you're gonna get. Deal with it, hate or love it. It is what it is. And yeah, I just wanted to keep this short and sweet. That's all I wanted to really say. So if you do enjoy the vlog, help a sister out, like the video, share the video, comment below, do what you want. And don't forget, register to vote. The deadline is next week Monday, 22nd of May. I don't care who you vote for, just make sure all you young people out there go and vote. I mean, I'm fairly new to YouTube and I'm fairly new to blogging, so my audience is not as big, but I feel like me as a normal old Joe have just as much influence as all these grime rappers who are coming together and influencing their crowd to vote. So everyone has the right to vote. Don't waste that right. Like, your voice does matter. No matter what anyone says, your voice actually does matter. So make sure you register to vote. Make sure the general election is on the 8th of June, which is Thursday. So make your vote count, and let's get into this video. Peace. Cool. Okay, Teeks, okay. It's only 30 seconds, our performance.
It's 2 months away.
It's still come on.
Go guys!
Get ready for our first performance. Woo, woo, woo. Let's see if I know the routine. Afternoon, guys. Today is Wednesday, I think, and I'm basically just at home chilling, trying to prepare for my exams, but I have no motivation to study whatsoever. But that's just the joys of being a student. Yesterday was the basketball varsity, if you didn't see, and it was at the Motorpoint Arena, which is the same place I saw Bruno Mars like last week or 2 weeks ago. We performed in front of about 10,000 people, and it was just a really thrilling experience. Like, I never thought ever I would say I performed at the Motorpoint Arena. I mean, I was only on stage for 30 seconds, but who gives a fuck? Like, it was a Motorpoint Arena. Our university won, woo! And today I've got a pretty long day. I've been in town. And I've got the awards night tonight. My society is up for Society of the Year, so fingers crossed we get that. I've got to wear a dress. Let me just show you the dress really quick. So excuse my messy room, as always. So this is the dress that I'm wearing. It's pretty sexy. Basically matches my hair. Like, I'm gonna be blending in the whole day, but who cares, because as you can tell, like I clearly did not think this through. I got the dress from Pretty Little Thing about a year ago, but you know when you buy dresses and you just, or just clothes in general, and you just don't really wear them, that they're just chilling, but then you won't throw them away because you're just waiting for that one moment to come where you'll need that piece of item. And fortunately today is that day where I need that piece of item. So I'm going to wear this dress, I'm going to pair them with a pair of heels and lots of gold, oh shit, lots of gold jewelry. Why did I zoom in on myself? So that's it. I just wanted to give you a quick update, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. I left my camera here, so I never got to record the shenanigans, but this is my dress that I got from Pretty Little Thing. I can't remember whether the ripple effects are actually part of the dress or I've just lost a lot of weight and it's just trying to like fill in the air gaps. But I really like this dress. It shows off everything, but I've had to pull it down because I'm not really comfortable in dresses a lot. So, and with all this leg showing, it's just a bit too much for me. But I had a really good time. Unfortunately, oh god, my bra showing. Unfortunately, my society did not win tonight, but I'm really glad of the overall winner of the night, as they clearly deserved it. And I'm just really grateful that we were nominated in the first place. Like, the position that our society was put in, and for us to turn it around, the committee and with our members, and just to be here, like, just the night was amazing. The food was decent. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Rosé was great, finished about 2 bottles, but I'm still fine. Don't get me wrong, I did share it with other students. It wasn't just me just downing it at the back. My society also performed because I'm part of the dance society. So yeah, I'm just really grateful for that. But I'm gonna take my makeup off so you can watch me. But I just want to talk about a subject. Now, obviously it's May. Let's see if you sit there. You don't really need to see my tits, but just my face. Okay, so obviously it's this week is Mental Health Awareness Week. I don't know if you know. The topic is surviving or thriving. And I just really wanted to talk about mental health at university. Like, I put a post up this week talking about, I hope you don't mind, I'm taking off my makeup because no one has time for this. Talking about mental health in university, because I feel like obviously mental health is a taboo subject anyway, but I feel like mental health in university or just amongst students, like, it's very brushed under the rug. I hope that's the right term. No one really talks about it that much. Now, from my experience, like, I'm in my 4th year, so I started in 2013, went into 2nd year, struggled a lot in 2nd year, struggled in 1st year. I didn't join any societies. I was too scared. Every time I was out, I was just drinking. Like, I don't know why I consumed so much alcohol. Now looking back, it's like, that wasn't the person that's not you. Like, why did you ever do that? I don't know whether I did it to fit in, I did it to like curb my social anxiety, but yeah, so that all of that traveled on to 2nd year to the point where I just stopped going to university, period. Like, I could not face, even just opening the blinds in the morning was just a struggle. Like, I'll go to gym when it was dark, and that was just my life in a nutshell, and it was a pretty awful life. You know, like I said in my blog post, like, my grandma basically saved my life, because it got to the point where I would have never taken that step to commit suicide or take my own life, but I had suicidal thoughts. I had very dark thoughts. So it got to the point where it just consumed everything I did. Like, I couldn't think straight, I couldn't do anything straight, and I just used to put on this face, be like, oh, everything's okay, and it just totally wasn't. You know, she told me to speak to my lecturer. My lecturer told me to go on a placement or take a gap year, which I did a placement. Didn't really enjoy the placement as such. I enjoyed the money. But I had a great year last year. Like, I went on 2 holidays. I was able to dance and do competitions. I was financially able to do what I wanted. And I think, because I wasn't in this shell, I feel like when I'm in university, I'm basically studying a course which I don't really have much interest in. So that's one thing. And then obviously, I didn't really want to go to university in the first place. I just didn't feel like I was ready to go to university. I felt like I was pressured to go into university. So now I'm just like in this big bubble, and I'd kept all of this in for a really long time. But now me coming out, it makes me think like maybe there's more students. I feel like there's more than me. There's more to it. A lot more students, especially in final year when you're doing your dissertation. You've got all this, exam pressures and pressures to like meet the right grade so you can go into your graduate job, and then you've got pressures from your parents if that's the case. Not for everyone. And then obviously you've got financial pressures, like the government have changed the student loan, the student grants, like they've taken grants away, so it's all loans. So it's basically just debt on debt on debt. And I just feel like, it does put a lot of strain on your mental health. And I just really wanted to like, not really discuss it because what is there to say, but I just want to know how people... Did I take my eyelashes off? Oh, I did. I just want to know how people deal with it on a day-to-day basis, because I wrote my blog post, not necessarily to say like, oh, I've overcome the struggles, because I haven't. Like, I'm basically repeating 2 modules from second year. My grandma passed away in February. My auntie passed away in January, like a week before my exams. I didn't go to her funeral because I had exams, and I think my parents just wanted me to concentrate solely on my exams, which is completely understandable. I did go to my grandma's funeral, but it's really, I started the year off on a high, and I've kind of just gone on a downward spiral again. So I just want to know how, if anyone has been in my position or in a similar situation, like, how do you deal with it? Because I've spoken to my student services, and I wouldn't really say it was a bad experience, but I just didn't really get anything from it. It was like, in terms of my finance and stuff, so, oh, have you tried looking for a job? Which I have, but I just really have not had the time, being a second year, being a full-time second year student, being part of committee, with everything like I said, has just gone on in the last few months. Like, I've just, trying to catch up with uni, like, I've just not had the time. I've barely slept, let alone try to find a job. I do hope to find a job after uni, but I just want to talk about like mental health, because depression and anxiety has been a part of my life for a really long time, and I've always been scared to talk about it with people, because there's been a few occasions where I've spoken to people who I thought were my friends, or I thought I could confide in them, and they've basically just rejected my ideas and just passed off my ideas like, oh, you're not really, you don't really suffer from anxiety, you're just really upset. And it's like, wow, like, this is why people don't come out about suffering from mental health. Like, I remember when I was young, I was bullied a lot. I was bullied a lot in in secondary school. I had nappy hair. Well, people used to call me picky. I was fat. I'm still fat, but I'm confident in my fatness. Makeup wasn't a thing back then, so I wasn't as pretty as I say I was now. When I call myself pretty and confident in my fatness, like, it's not to be cocky. It's just a way of me feeling good about myself. And I feel like every woman or just every person in general, man, woman, whatever, should feel confident. You have the right to feel confident in yourself. Like, if you think you look the shit, then own it. Like, go out and say, yeah, I look the shit. If someone says, yeah, I look pretty, like, just be like, yeah, I know I look good, but be modest with it, if you get what I mean. It sounds weird. I feel like I've completely gone off topic, but let's just say one day at a time. Like, have faith in yourself, in God. I would say do everything, like, don't let anything stop you. Read a book, go out, take a walk, go to the gym, like, really try and put yourself first. But just do it in small steps, and it will be amazing how far you go without even noticing it. Like, last year I decided that is the year I'm going to focus on myself, because I had the money to focus on myself. And you know, I started going to the gym, I started reading books, I took myself to church, but I'd never really became dedicated until this year. I started going on holidays, you know. I was doing what I wanted to do. I wasn't doing things because someone told me to do it. And like I said, I had a great year this year. I tried to continue that this year, but then when I just look back, it's like, wow, like, Sam, do you remember how fucked up you was 2 years ago? Now you're here, and you're here, like, you're still standing, you're still existing. So I would say to anyone, have faith. Like, you're a beautiful person. You are an amazing person. Don't let anyone tell you different. Don't let yourself tell you any different. If you're a student, you'll get through this. We will get through this. I hope to get to next year and graduate. And I hope you graduate too, whenever you started. And yeah, I'm so glad my makeup's off. I'm so upset. My eyebrows are gone. But I just wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk about mental health. I don't actually know if I touched the subject. Like I said, I've had a few to drink. I think I just need to sleep. I've got my chamomile tea. This, like, I feel like this cup, don't know if you can see it, like, it describes me perfectly. Like, I'm literally tired 24/7. Like, I wake up ready to go to bed. I barely go out. I don't do anything. I'm so boring nowadays. I'm so tired of going out. Is anyone tired of clubbing? I'm 21 years old, and the thought of going clubbing is like, ugh. But then when I'm out, it's like, But yeah, I'm a crazy person. But if you really like this video, this is not the end of the video. I've still got Thursday and Friday. I'm not doing anything on Friday, but I've got the FFC Awards tomorrow, which I'm definitely bringing my camera to. So I will vlog that. There's an after party, which I'm not going to because student exams are calling my name. And then Friday, I don't think I'm doing anything. But we'll see what life holds.
I can't believe